over half of the world's population claim to have seen a ghost. We spend our lives studying the unexplained.
Did you hear that?
Travelling to the most haunted locations around, we have unearthed terrifying secrets and witnessed horrifying events, leading us to question what really happens after we die.
Get out!
If there is a spirit world connected to our own, using the latest technology, we believe that bridge can be documented, measured and explained. We are the Paranormal Detectives. Join us in seeking the truth.
Right guys, Nathan here, just on the way to Nanny's Rock. Thought I'd come out on my own today. Brian's unavailable, so thought why not? It's quite a local place to us. It's been at least 12 months since we've been here, so I thought why not come up, have a bit of a trek on my own and see what it's like. Had a bit of a funny one on the way up actually. I'm probably about halfway at the moment. Anyone who's been here before knows that the trek is a bit of a bitch. It's quite hard going, uphill, dodgy tracks, fallen trees, you know, that sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm looking up in the distance and to be honest, I was just sat in the van having a cup of tea, reading some of the stories about Kimber's Edge and Nanny's Rock and ghost sightings and refreshing my memories. Although it's local, it's been a while. And I was reading a story about Lottie, who come up here and got kidnapped and stabbed or whatever, and stabbed a man, and a ghost is said to appear around here. Like I said last time I come, I'm not sure what I make of that story really, but anyway, I'm looking in front of me on the path, and up ahead I see a woman. Obviously she's up the hill, I'm down the hill, and she's silhouetted, so literally just silhouetted at the top of the hill. I was like, oh, okay, there's a tall woman up the hill, that's what I thought. And then I sort of turned my head, looked again, completely gone. I was like, wow, okay, that's really weird. So the woman has literally just vanished in front of me. But don't fear, it wasn't paranormal. Turns out she stood back up. She was putting the lead on her dog. She'd obviously seen me and decided to put the lead on her dog. But for a split second it did, I did kind of think, Christ, it's still not dark yet, it's still daylight just. And I thought I'd had a paranormal experience already. But yeah, fear not, it wasn't. Yeah, the stories of up here, as I've mentioned, about Lottie, and there was also a woman by the name of Margaret, and she actually lived in Nanny's Rock. She is the reason it was called Nanny's Rock. She was, some say she was a herbalist, others say she was a witch. Some people say that if you went there she'd try and heal you. Other people said, or say that she would try and hurt people. So two very different sides to the story. Obviously, oh Christ, this is the sort of trek we've got ahead of us. Yes, two very different sort of stories there. Not sure which one to believe. The only thing that is for sure is there was a woman called Margaret who lived there, and she was very isolated, and I'd say the most accurate description of her was a hermit, because I think you probably would be if you lived up here. The other thing I'd say is she must have been relatively bloody fit to live up here. Kimber's Edge on the whole is quite a unique place. I'm sure those who are into the paranormal will have heard of Drakelow Tunnels. Drakelow Tunnels runs directly underneath this place. It's obviously quite a magical place down there. Certain things are seen and energies. Whether Drakelow, some sort of energy from there, created the ghost sightings up here. Obviously they had power stations down there and everything. For those who don't know, Drakelow was a Cold War bunker, so a nuclear bunker. So they would have had generators and electric, and almost like a mini city underground, or a mini town underground, all under the ground that I'm currently walking on. and under the ground where Nanny's Rock sits. So whether some of the ghost sightings are caused by that energy, I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway, I'm going to knock the camera off now and carry on with my walk, and I'll bring you back when I'm there. So guys, just literally approaching Nanny's Rock now. See behind me. Yeah, it's actually started to drop. Not dark, but the light's definitely going, and it's going pretty quick. I suppose being under so many trees is probably the cause of that. So yeah, let's head in. In fact, just go snap some photos. I'll head in and go from there. So, not going to go night vision just yet, because it's not dark enough, but I am going to have a look around and see what's occurring. I always wondered with this, obviously as you can see getting in is not, it's a bit of a weird one. I don't actually think this would have been the entrance. I suspect this would have been, I'm not sure what it'd have been. I'm actually wondering if this is where perhaps rainwater has washed it away, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, some benefits not having Brian here, at least I don't have to pull him up here.
That's it. Yeah, cheers.
Oh, thank you. I don't think the camera does it justice how steep that is. So yeah, I remember last time I come, I found all these faces on the walls, really weird. I remember doing some research, and they do appear in quite a few places. One of which being, I think it's a Templar tombs actually. Yeah, it does have a strange feeling, this place. It's hard to believe that someone actually lived here. I suppose it was a very different time. So, what we now have as creature comforts is probably very different. So maybe this was quite luxurious back then, I don't know. Put the equipment down there. Yeah, so this is Nanny's Rock. Something else I've heard about this place is that they have, well, you hear this about many locations, particularly outdoor locations and ruins and stuff like that. Well, I've heard that this place does have devil worship, which, in all fairness, that could explain some of the horrendous faces. I mean, that is really quite creepy. That could explain that. But also that there's some sort of wild parties going up here. Whether they're like religious parties or just people coming up, perhaps getting drunk, doing drugs maybe, I don't know. But apparently it's not uncommon to see the place lit up with wild lights and music and stuff. So, strange smells up here as well. Weird, it almost smells like, I've got a really strong smell of sewage then. I don't recall getting that last time I was here. I'll have to check the video back, but really, really strong smell of sewage. It's strange. I'm assuming these are molehills. Either that or where people have had fires and covered them with sand. But considering there's been parties up here, there's not like masses of debris or anything. But it's the writing on the wall that gets me. It's like it doesn't strike me as a bit of graffiti. It strikes me as almost like ritualistic. I mean, okay, you've got stuff like trust it there, but the way a lot of it's engraved, almost like like textbook writing sort of thing, it almost seems quite, like I said, quite ritualistic. A lot of the letters are upside down, and I'm going to take a lot of photos later on and do some research into the writing it is here. That's a weird thing. I've just drawn something down there. I'm entirely sure what that is. Yeah, but I'd like to know if there's more to it than meets the eye. Quite possibly is. So Margaret, if your spirit's here, if you once lived here, I'll come to say hello. I don't mean any harm. I've heard various stories about who you were. Some good, some not good. Tingling right down the back of my neck there. Almost like a sort of cold, sweaty shudder down the back of my neck. I wouldn't say anything that scared me as such. Quite relaxed here, but that was a weird feeling. I'll tell you what, that is weird actually. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but when you stand here, it actually feels okay. And then as you cross this sort of line here, it's almost like you feel pressure on yourself, like the sort of pressure I'd imagine you'd feel if you're under deep water. Like pressure on all your body, on your skin. It's a sensation I've never actually felt before doing the paranormal. I wouldn't say it's scary, but different. Perhaps it is just to do with pressure. Perhaps the footsteps as well. Definitely hearing footsteps. Right, I'm going to grab the REM pod actually. I'm going to put it there. Is anyone here with me? There's a red light. I want you to walk towards it and touch it. It can be our way of communicating. If you walk towards it and touch it, I can ask you more questions. You could respond by touching it. It could be a way of getting to know you. I'll take a few steps back, so I'm away from it. And I'll ask the question, is anybody in here with me? If there is, please go and touch the red light. Torch flickered a bit then. Something weird that did happen actually on the way, well, literally a few seconds before I started recording again. I have to admit to this one, I needed to pee. Torchlight seems to be playing weird games. I needed to pee, so I decided to go up a tree. There wasn't much choice. It's a long way away from anywhere, so I decided to have a wee up a tree. There you go, YouTube. It's out there for the world to hear. And as I was halfway through having my wee, I heard what sounded like a woman's voice tutting, like a sort of at me. And I thought, oh crap, someone behind me. So I turned around and had a look, and where I was quite high, so I could see both paths, like in front and behind. I was sort of at a peak, and there was absolutely nobody around. Now, whether that was subconscious because I was thinking, crap, I hope no one appears while I'm having a wee, quite possibly. But it was a bit strange, I'm not going to lie. Found it quite weird, actually. Come on, come and touch the red light for me. Don't know what that was. Once again, probably subconscious, but standing here, you feel like you're tempting fate. You feel like something could quite easily come shove you from behind. I'm sure Wayne would want to do that, but I just feel like that. I'm actually going to take a few paces back inside. Do not want to end the night with a broken foot or something up Nanny's rock. That would not be fun. Right, I'm going to get the K2 out as well. Definitely hearing my footsteps, but it's weird. Right, so if you don't want to go towards the red light, and you won't touch the red light, go towards the green light and touch the green light. And touch the green light for me. Right, so I'm going to take a stroll down here. If there's anyone in here who does want to say hello, come and speak to me. Or if you don't wish to speak to me, touch some of the lights. The green or the red one that I've placed down for you to touch. Maybe if I have a walk around here, perhaps the REM pod will go off. I do recall one of the only things we had last time actually was had like a motion detector. So it was a detecting. What's that? Detected people's motion, and that went off on its own randomly.
To camera, what we're doing. Yeah. Well, I'm actually going to do it as well, so...
Other than that, I don't really recall getting much here, if I'm honest. So come and say hello. I don't mean you any harm, Margaret. Just want to say hello. Touch the red light for me. Come and touch the red light. Or the green light. And let me know that you're here. I'm going to try a little bit of SLS. Right, I'm going to try some SLS. Last time I was here, I had something set off the motion sensor. So if there's anybody here, I want you to show yourself. Wow, my screen's gone completely blurry. I've never had that before on this SLS. I don't see the footstep. I haven't moved. Chip's not around. Well, there's no one around. I'll just literally turn the camera back on. It's not blurry, so perhaps it was just a camera issue. However, Feeling relatively uncomfortable because what was that? That was a noise from down here then. Feeling relatively uncomfortable because I'm hearing noises, I'm hearing footsteps. This is weird. Could be nothing. Could be absolutely nothing. But I'm feeling quite uncomfortable now. Right, so is anyone here? Come and show yourself. And touch one of the lights. Or just walk to one of the lights. Do not mean any harm. I'm hearing definite stuff. People. I don't seem to be having much luck lately. So obviously those who watch Knowlton Church know what happened there. I went a couple of times on my own. First time was full of photographers, couldn't do anything. Second time, people literally had a car crash and were sorting that out outside and arguing, so I couldn't really do a lot either. Contamination. Something interesting time there at Nanny's Rock. A few strange things happen. Can't 100% say if it's paranormal or not. And then I saw a group of people walking up the path. Torchlights and a group of people, so I knocked the cameras off, whacked them away. Just because out in the middle of nowhere you never know what's going to happen. And cameras are always the number one priority. I never want anything getting broken or damaged, so put the cameras and equipment away. And they're actually, to be fair, they're a nice group of lads. But they were all going in there to have a drink, a smoke, I think, and have a good night. So they were interested in what I was doing, and I think they did want me to carry on, but without being unkind, contamination wise, I'm not going to try and investigate with a group of pissheads. Well, not pissheads, that's not fair, but people on a session. So I knocked it on the head early. I'm going to try and head to another location now, as it's not too late, and try and start another investigation. But for this video, that'll be it. If you want to see me or Brian back at Nanny's Rock, or whether you want to see us do it together again, let us know. It is an interesting location, and it's certainly good for my fitness walking up here. It's bloody tiring. So yeah, let us know. If you've got any other suggestions, locations you want to see us do, or things you want to see us do in our episodes, as always, comment and let us know. Your feedback is the most important thing. The videos, ultimately it's you poor sods that watch them, so if there's anything you want, we want to make them more enjoyable for you, so just let us know. Until next time, keep seeking the truth.